Dear and benevolent Saint Raphael the Archangel, messenger of healing and protector of travelers, to you I lift my heart in search of light and direction. Within me resides a profound longing, a flame that cries out for a companion, a life partner with whom I can share joys, sorrows, dreams, and challenges. I do not seek an unreal fairy tale, but rather a genuine connection, founded upon respect, admiration, and above all, the love that emanates from the divine source. At times, I feel the weight of solitude, much like a shadow that lengthens on the dreariest of days. I observe couples strolling hand in hand, families gathered for celebrations, and a genuine yearning blossoms within me. The desire to build a home, to have someone by my side to share life's beauty in its entirety. I harbor no illusions about the existence of a perfect relationship, for I understand that imperfection is an intrinsic part of the human condition, and it is through these imperfections that we grow and evolve. Nevertheless, I long to find a kindred spirit, someone whose soul resonates with mine, someone who will accept me as I am, with my virtues and my flaws, and whom I can, in turn, love and accept with the same measure. I acknowledge that the pursuit of a partner should not be the sole priority in my life. I am keenly aware that complete happiness resides within me, and that I must cultivate joy, peace, and serenity within my own being. Nevertheless, I believe that shared love can potentiate this happiness, rendering the journey all the more profound and meaningful. I believe in the power of love to transform, to heal, to inspire, and to elevate. I believe that love is the purest manifestation of divine energy, and that it deserves to be celebrated and nurtured in all its forms. At this juncture, I confess that at times I feel adrift, uncertain of the path forward. The options seem to proliferate, doubts assail me, and anxiety attempts to overwhelm me. I have previously ventured into relationships that ultimately proved unsuccessful, and each experience has left its imprint, some scars that still require healing. The apprehension of being hurt again, of experiencing disappointment, occasionally prevents me from opening myself to new prospects. Nevertheless, I understand that I cannot allow myself to be paralyzed by fear. I know that I must summon the courage to persevere, to permit myself to love and to be loved. I implore your intercession, Saint Raphael, to guide me on this journey. Illuminate my path, open my eyes so that I may perceive the opportunities that present themselves. Dispel for me anxiety, fear, and insecurity, and fill my heart with hope, faith, and confidence. Aid me in discerning the voice of intuition, so that I may make the right decisions, and in connecting with individuals who are in harmony with my values and my purposes. I seek not a fairy tale prince, but rather a genuine human being, with both virtues and flaws, with whom I can build a solid and enduring relationship, founded upon respect, trust, and true love. May I find a companion who inspires me to be a better person, who challenges me to grow and evolve, who loves me unconditionally, and who supports me in my dreams. May I be the same for him, a safe harbor, a loyal friend, a passionate lover. May we together build a home where peace, harmony, and happiness reign, a place where we can feel loved, welcomed, and understood. May our union be a blessing unto ourselves, our families, and the world. Amen. Now, consider how this applies when you encounter the difficulty of forgiving yourself for past choices that have seemingly steered you away from the optimal path to finding that companionship. Harsh self-criticism can be as insurmountable a barrier as a lack of opportunities. Instead of flagellating yourself over mistakes, seek valuable lessons within them, tools for constructing a more conscious future aligned with your values. As the saying goes, those who do not err do not learn. Transform every stumble into a springboard for personal growth, cultivating self-compassion and acceptance. Remember that Saint Raphael is also the Archangel of healing, and this healing begins internally with self-forgiveness. Furthermore, it is imperative that you articulate with precision the qualities you seek in a life partner. This is not about compiling an exhaustive and perhaps unrealistic checklist of requirements, but rather about pinpointing the values, principles, and personality traits that are foundational for cultivating a salubrious and enduring union. What are the cornerstones that underpin love for you? What kind of individual ignites your aspiration to become a better version of yourself? By addressing these inquiries with unvarnished honesty, you will be channeling your focus toward discovering someone who genuinely complements your existence. Conceive of it as planting a seed. For it to germinate and blossom, fertile soil and diligent nurturing are indispensable. Analogously, for a relationship to flourish, clarity of intent and a steadfast commitment to investing both time and energy are paramount. Another fundamental aspect is the importance of remaining open to new experiences and opportunities. Love can often surprise us in the most unexpected places, in situations we would never have imagined. Don't confine yourself to familiar social circles. Explore new hobbies. Participate in activities that pique your interest. Frequent places that draw you in. By exposing yourself to new experiences, you increase your chances of meeting people with shared interests and, perhaps, finding that special someone you've been seeking. It's akin to navigating a river. If you remain anchored in the same spot, you will never discover the landscapes hidden around the bends in the path. However, it is crucial to emphasize that the pursuit of a partner should not devolve into an obsession. Anxiety and despair can cloud your judgment, preventing you from perceiving the opportunities that present themselves. Cultivate patience and faith, trusting that the universe is orchestrating events in your favor. Remember that divine timing differs from our own, and that everything unfolds at the opportune moment. Dedicate yourself to activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. Invest in your relationships with friends and family, and attend to your physical and mental well-being. By feeling whole and accomplished, you will emanate a positive energy that will draw love into your life. After all, as the poet aptly stated, happiness attracts happiness. Finally, do not forget to maintain faith in Saint Raphael the Archangel. Continue to pray, meditate, and invoke his intercession. Believe in the power of prayer to transform your life and open your paths. Visualize the relationship you desire. Feel the joy of being beside your beloved, and give thanks in advance for the blessing that is to come. Faith is the driving force that propels our dreams and helps us overcome obstacles. And above all, trust in God's love, which is infinite and unconditional. He loves you and desires the very best for you. As we contemplate the tapestry we have woven thus far, we perceive that the threads of hope, faith, and self-discovery are intricately interwoven, forming a singular and promising pattern. This is not a mere mosaic of advice or a compilation of steps to follow, but rather an invitation to immerse oneself in a transformative process where the search for a partner becomes, above all else, a journey of self-encounter. Each prayer uttered, each profound reflection, each step taken towards inner healing contributes to the construction of a solid foundation, capable of sustaining a genuine and enduring relationship. Considering the myriad of nuances we have explored, the horizon unfolds with invigorating clarity. The pursuit of a love that transcends mere companionship reveals itself as a call to authenticity, vulnerability, and the courage to present oneself to the world as one truly is, with all imperfections and potentials. It is akin to polishing a precious stone. Each facet, each removal of impurities, reveals an intensified and singular brilliance. In like manner, every lived experience, every lesson learned, every challenge overcome, renders us more capable of loving and being loved in our essence. As we approach the zenith of this contemplation, it is imperative to acknowledge that the journey does not conclude upon finding the coveted companion. On the contrary, this marks merely the inception of a new chapter, replete with opportunities for growth, learning, and the deepening of the relationship. Love, akin to a delicate plant, necessitates perpetual care, daily watering, and regular pruning in order to flourish in its full splendor. It is essential to cultivate open communication, empathy, mutual respect, and constant admiration, so that the flame of love remains alight and vibrant. Reflecting on this journey up to the present moment, we realize that the true magic lies in the internal transformation that occurs within us along the way. The search for a companion thus becomes a catalyst for self-discovery, for overcoming fears and insecurities, and for developing a solid and unshakable sense of self-worth. It is as if we are building a house. Each brick laid, each beam installed, contributes to the solidity and beauty of the final structure. Similarly, each step taken towards true love makes us stronger, more confident, and better prepared to receive the blessing of a fulfilling and meaningful relationship. Therefore, as we prepare to conclude this journey, it is essential to internalize the message that love is not a destination to be reached, but rather a path to be traversed, a constant dance of giving and receiving, of learning and teaching, of growing and evolving together. May our faith in Saint Raphael the Archangel continue to guide and illuminate us, so that we may find the love we so deeply desire and build a relationship that serves as a source of joy, peace, and inspiration for ourselves and for the world. And now, with hearts brimming with hope and souls bathed in the luminescence of faith, we arrive at the juncture where the inner journey converges with the outer world, where the quest transmutes into presence. We do not perceive this moment as a terminus, but rather as the prelude to a symphony yet to be composed, a melody of encounters and discoveries, intricately woven from the threads of authenticity and vulnerability. True practice, as the wind whispers, commences now. Let us set aside the anxiety that clouds our vision and embrace the serenity that emanates from the certainty that love, in its purest essence, already resides within us. Not the idealized love, born of unrealistic expectations, but genuine love, which blossoms from the unconditional acceptance of oneself and of others. May every step taken from this moment forward be guided by the compass of intuition, by the gentle voice that echoes within us, indicating the path of truth and profound connection. Let us cast aside the illusion that happiness resides in the completeness provided by a partner, and acknowledge that true joy springs forth from inner fulfillment, from the capacity to love and be loved in our entirety, with all our virtues and imperfections. May the pursuit of a companion be, above all else, a celebration of self-love, a recognition of the intrinsic worth that resides within each of us. May Saint Raphael the Archangel continue to support us on our journey, illuminating our steps and opening our eyes to the opportunities that present themselves. May his presence be a beacon to guide us through life storms, a constant reminder that we are never alone, that divine love surrounds and protects us at all times. And finally, may we surrender ourselves to the dance of life with lightness and confidence, knowing that love, in its infinite wisdom, will guide us to the encounter with our soulmate, that special being with whom we can share the beauty of the journey, build a home where peace, harmony, and happiness reign, and celebrate love in its fullness. So be it, and may the peace of God reign in our hearts.